Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about your promotion and making sure that we're letting customers know about the great sales that we're having in store when they come in, and kind of selling the sale or the promotion that we have going on in the building. So first, before we get into that, we do want to talk about why we discount. So if you're in the store, so you've worked for the company for a while, you probably think we always have a sale. There's always something going on. And I want to give you a little bit of explanation behind the scenes of why we do that. So discounts add to a customer's happiness. For some people, shopping releases stress. That's why you'll hear the term retail therapy, right? And studies show that discounts actually increase their oxytocin, which is one of the happy hormones. There was actually a study done at the Claremont Graduate University, and they found that with just handing someone a coupon for $10, it actually had a 38% rise in oxytocin levels. They were 11% happier and compared to those that didn't receive a coupon, and it dropped their respiration rates 32%. It decreased sweat levels. It gave them a more relaxed and stress-free attitude. So if you think about that, if we offer a discount early on when a customer comes in, them knowing that there's some sort of a promotion or discount going on, it's going to put them more at ease as they're shopping through the store. So it's really important that we do bring up part of the generalization of our promotion early on in the sale. It also, the consistent promotions help create a better relationship with the customer. We have more share of voice in the marketplace. They're used to the brand name. And so we become this company that they can rely on. So it's really important that we do have multiple events going on consistently in the marketplace to be able to be seen and have that relationship before the customer even comes into the building. It makes it easier for your customers to buy everything in one place. We talk about this a lot with in-home and doing additions of tables and lamps and accessories. But part of that is the discount that we have going on. And so a lot of times you'll see this when we say, oh, well, you'll save, $300. It's really just re-articulating that and saying you'll save $300 on this sofa, but you could contribute that to that table you mentioned you wanted or whatever item they've discussed with you. So it does make it easier for customers to shop in one location. It may be that they want the full room. And for those customers that are rare and just truly enjoy shopping, to shop, not actually to buy anything, they may enjoy the process of looking at multiple places. But for a lot of people, they like shopping when they're ready to buy something. And so this gives them an excuse to just get it all in one location. They can continue to work with someone they already know. And it's a really great rapport builder. And then sales add to the excitement of shopping. Like I said, shopping is more exciting when things are on sale. For some people, this becomes part of their shopping journey where it's competitive. They really take pride in showing that they saved $1,000 on their full room or whatever it is. You'll hear that, from people if they've saved a lot of money on another purchase. Sometimes they'll share that with you in conversation. So it's definitely a piece that adds to the excitement of the shopping process. And then the last part is saving money is smart, especially right now with inflation. People feel accomplished when they've saved money on something. And so it's similar to if you stop at a gas station and gas is 10 cents less than the station you've already passed or that you usually stop at. The same principle applies here. If they get something and they feel like they've gotten a great deal, they feel a lot better. They feel smart about spending their money. And then again, it just comes back to they have more faith in us as a company and then you guys as salespeople too. So those are some of the reasons why as a brand, as a company, you'll see promotions that are ongoing. It really does have some great value and impact on the customer side, as well as obviously driving traffic in for you guys, but those individuals coming in, they're more relaxed, they know what's going on. And so if they come in because they need a sofa and they didn't know anything about the promotion, explaining what we have going on is going to give you all of those benefits. And so that's what we're going to talk about here is introducing the promotion going on in the store. It can kind of be broken down into 3 steps. So step 1 is going to be mentioning the sale by name during or just after your greeting. So you'll have your initial greeting where we're going to use that non-business greeting to get to know your customer and kind of break down that wall. And then you'll transition to business. And this is the great opportunity to tell them what's happening in the store. So you came in at a great time. We just started our holiday sale, Black Friday sale, New Year's sale, 4th of July sale, whatever promotion it is that's happening in the store right now. And then you can transition to, so what room were you shopping for? We've got this great sale going on, right? Let's talk about why you're here. Or you could have it as a question back to your customer. Did you hear about our holiday sale, Black Friday sale, etc.? See what they say. Wait and listen for that response. I think a lot of times we're so rushed to get through the greeting to get to the meat of the sale portion that we don't always listen for those simple introductory question answers. That may change the way that you're presenting the rest of the conversation, right? So did you hear about our holiday sale? And the answer is a yes. Fantastic. It is one of our biggest sales of the year. You may tell them a little bit about the sale and then again transition to why are they here? What items, what about the holiday sale drew them into our store? If the answer is no, oh my gosh, fantastic. It's one of our best sales of the year. So you picked a great time to come in. And then again, transition. So what was the initial reason you came in? How can we help you with that task today? You want to make sure you're building urgency. And this is kind of planting the seed. It's that first phase of this is the sale we have. It's a great time to buy because it's a great sale, without explicitly saying it that way. And so again, you want to mention it early, and then you can mention it again when you're doing a demonstration, and then obviously when you're getting pricing. And it just reinforces that it's a great time to buy. Keep in mind that we have all these great sales throughout the year. So we need to keep that urgency. For you guys in the stores, you see one sale go to another, and you may not feel like the price is changing that much, and that's okay. Your customer coming in isn't usually looking at that same item throughout multiple sales, maybe 2 sales because of the timing of their buying cycle. But there's not going to be, a dramatic cost difference unless we go through like a price increase, whether they buy now or later. So we need to encourage them to buy now. Obviously, lead times and all those other things can contribute to that, but we want to make sure that they know now is a good time to buy. They don't have to wait for President's Day or Labor Day or Memorial Day to have a good sale to buy on. All of our sales give them a really great value. And so, kind of beat the rush and get it now if they're waiting or close to one of those major holidays. Step number 2 is make sure you're not giving too much information. Some of our promotions have layers or components or different pieces. And so if you were explaining the entire promotion up front at one time, it's like explaining the in-home program start to finish all at one time for someone who just walked in the door. They may not be ready. So when they first come in, you just want to make sure that we're able to give them kind of an overview of the sale. So as I mentioned, our holiday sale is a great time to buy. We have a store-wide promotion of 25% off, plus a few extra deals. You mentioned you were looking for a recliner, so let's start there. And then as you're demonstrating, if there's a special on reclining pieces, you can go into that. If it applies to tables or lamps, you can mention it as you're there, but just kind of give a snapshot of it right at the beginning. If there is a store-wide promotion, obviously you can include that. If it's something where it's 20% off or 25% off on sofas and 20% off on chairs, you can let them know that there is a discount on everything in the store. And then you can explain that based on their items, right? So again, just a little bit more vagueness here, which isn't a bad thing to get them introduced to the idea that we have a sale going on and they're going to save some money somewhere along the line. Sometimes being a little bit more vague may make them question something, and that's okay. Questions are a good buying signal. So if they're asking you, well, we're looking at this recliner, what's the discount on recliners? That's a buying signal. Like, lean into that. Those are great questions to see. But what we don't want to do is say, yeah, we've got this great recliner promotion, and they're actually there to look at dining room furniture. And we may have just kind of set the tone wrong when they first come in. So use that as you can. And again, over explaining a sale at the beginning sometimes can turn a customer off because they feel like they're being pre-qualified as a bargain shopper. If they're asking too many questions, you just want to, use your best judgment, use your people skills, and make sure that we're just giving bits of information at the beginning. But we do need to give those bits of information at the beginning so they have time during that sales interaction to question it and get the information that's applicable to them about the promotion. And then lastly, we want to make sure you're giving your savings in dollars. So once they've figured out what they're looking for, we want to make sure that you guys as salespeople are getting credit and the store's getting credit for a great promotion that's happening in the building, but also give your customer credit for choosing a great time to come in and make a purchase. So because you happen to come in during our holiday sale, you're saving $350 today on that item. Whatever their dollar amount is, calculate that out. Percentages are great, but dollar amount's a lot more tangible. They can see spending that $350 on other things. And so in essence, by you saying you saved $350, especially around the holidays, they're getting these other things for free in their head. They're calculating that out. And so it's really good to give that dollar amount. And again, you want to deliver the price in 3 steps. And we've talked about this in our trainings before, but this is a little bit different. So you can present the full price before the discount, tax, delivery, your stain protection, everything included, so that they have an out the door price. And then how much are they saving? So are they saving $300, $800, depends on their total purchase, obviously, if it's a percentage discount. If it's a big number, go ahead and kind of correlate that for them. So if they're doing a sofa, love seat, and recliner, and with the promotion, they're saving $800, you can correlate that back and say, you're almost getting your recliner for free because of the discounts, right? Like that's the amount that they're saving. They could almost buy another recliner or a table or whatever it was that you talked about with them. And again, it's more tangible, those individual units. And then lastly, what is their total after the discounts, but still including their protection and tax and delivery, so they can really see that dollar savings. A lot of times hearing that big number first without the discounts and then what they are actually paying, it really helps them feel like they're getting a better deal. When I was in the stores, I had one of our sales associates would always, when he had someone go, well, what's this special order price on a sofa or whatever it was, he goes, I don't know, $10,000. Or he'd pick a number that was obviously higher than what it would be. And he'd kind of chuckle and he would go, oh, let me go double check. But because he immediately put in that $10,000 number, whatever he came back with always sounded so much better because it was always so much less. If he was doing a sectional and leather, obviously that number went up, but it was that reference of the high number that we hear versus what it actually is, and you feel like you're saving money that way already. So again, you kind of start with that high benchmark, and then we move to the total that they're saving. And that's, again, like we learned earlier, it's going to relax them. It's going to make them feel really good about their decision. It's going to make them feel like they're really smart for looking now and buying now because they're saving so much. And then what's the actual price that we're paying? And then just as a reminder, when you're giving that total after discount pricing, make sure we're also offering the finance promotion because that can make people feel even better. We've got 0% interest financing. What does that average out to per month? A lot of people would rather take in information as a monthly payment because that's how they do their budgets, etc. So make sure we're not forgetting that step here when we do this. So lastly, we talked about discounts. Customers love them. They're good for you guys. They're good for the store. They're good for the customer. They do a lot of things kind of chemically in the brain that can lead to a better shopping experience overall. So we want to make sure we're talking about what that discount is and really presenting it to the customer in a positive way. And that's going to lead to better customer experience. You guys are great at customer service. We just want to add this element in there so that your customers start out a bit more comfortable with you and you can get further in the interaction. And that's going to lead to happier customers at home, more deliveries for you guys, everything all the way around. If there are questions on any of this, please feel free to reach out. And I hope that you guys have immediate success with being able to sell your sale a little bit stronger.